Unoccupied or unfenced land are at risk to be taken by trespassers. With time, it becomes difficult to reclaim. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be looking at why people lose their property and how to prevent it. I still remain Wumi Adeyemi. Owning a property is one of the most secured form of investment, but many people still lose their property due to avoidable mistake. Understanding the reason behind the loss of property would help you safeguard your hard-earned assets. I have here with me some 5 points that can help us know why people lose property and how to prevent it. Number one is lack of knowledge. We need to really get the knowledge about what we want to purchase, the kind of business we want to go into, the kind of, let's say, clothes we want to buy shoes. At least we would know, okay, this is my spec, this is what I like, this is what I like doing. But there are some things that if you don't know about, you need to ask. You need to ask, how do they do this thing? Does this thing operate in that sense, which comes to real estate? When you are buying land, you are buying house, you are buying, but you need proper knowledge on how this thing works. When it comes to documentation, if you don't know what it entails, ask a professional, ask somebody that knows about it, get a real estate expert, or you get a lawyer that can put you through. It doesn't stop at only buying receipt alone. Some people even only get the receipt but don't even go for the deed of assignment, or maybe proceed to the survey plan, or maybe even do the C of O. In that sense, we need to get to the root of it. You need to prevent it by asking for a professional advice, a lawyer, or a real estate expert in that sense. Yes, when you buy property, you need some documents to back it up. Number two is buying from the wrong source. Fraudsters and land grabbers, they are mostly termed the homeowners. Most of the time, the land they sell does not really belong to them. They sell land to 2 or 3 people or even more. Later, the buyer will realize that he bought property from unauthorized seller. The only way you can prevent this is to buy from a reliable real estate company. I mean a real estate company that has track record, that you can check their website, that you can go to their office. I mean a real estate that have a reputable name. Yes, there are so many real estate companies that have messed up, but there are still some people, there are some real estate companies that are reliable, that are doing well, they are delivering. Look for such companies and then you do business or buy property from them. Number 3, failure to register your property with the government. Some people, when they buy property, they stop at the receipt alone, or maybe just the agreement. If you are so lucky and you bought from Omonile and the land belongs to you, yes, you need to proceed to other documents, a deed of assignment, a survey plan, and C of O. And if you buy property even from a real estate company that has C of O, it is your duty to proceed on the governor's consent so that the property can lawfully, legally belong to you. How to prevent it is just register your land, register your property with the government. Number 4, not protecting your land from any form of encroachment. Unfenced or unoccupied land are at risk of being taken by trespassers. With time, it becomes difficult for you to reclaim. When you buy land from an individual or the homeowner, so to say, the next thing for you to do is to fence it around or occupy it or do some documentation on that land. Otherwise, you experience encroachment or the land being taken over totally. But when you buy from a real estate company, normally a real estate company will have their estate fenced round. The only thing you need to do is just start with a corner piece when you buy a land and then proceed to a dwarf fence. That way you prevent encroachment. When you buy land, make sure it is fenced. Start with a corner piece, fence it, or you have something doing on that land to prevent any form of encroachment. Number 5, neglecting taxes and levies. Pay your tax, pay your land use charges, and every other levy that is attached to it. Really, there are some properties that is exempted from all those taxes, the land use charges and the rest of it. Yes, maybe the religious organization and maybe the NGOs, and there are some pensioners that don't really pay these taxes. To prevent your property from being taken by government or legal action, pay your tax. If you find this video informative and educative, click the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you in my next video.